Hey, my name is Max Auren, and for a long time I was stuck with my info product business at about 15 to 25k per month, and I would double it much quicker if I knew earlier this year. If your info product is not making as much money as you'd like, you most probably don't need more traffic, you need more traffic to buy. Traffic is a commodity. You can literally go to Facebook and be like, hey Facebook, I want 1,000 clicks to my website, right? And they say, okay, $1,000. If you can't do it profitably and get more money back, you have a conversion problem, not a traffic problem. So that's why we need to understand why they don't want to buy, right? And if your offer is a no-brainer, like give me $5 and I'll send you $10 back, like why wouldn't everyone buy? I've learned that from Jason Fladlin that the number one reason people don't buy is fear. And it's so obvious that if everyone was 100% convinced they'll get what you offer, everyone would buy. Now, they might fear a lot of things, but principle is that fear is always worrying of losing something. It can be safety, it can be control, it can be love, it can be comfort, and most importantly, it can be status. So we want to lower the risk. You might think losing money, right? But money risk in your offer is just 1/3 of the risk equation. In fact, money comes at the very end of the equation. You see, humans, we literally optimize everything for energy. We associate making money with energy to make it. If you, for example, make 100k per year and you work 8 hours a day and then you crash a $50,000 car, you know that you'll need to spend like 1,000 hours of time and energy to make that money back. So at the end of the day, we got money, time, and energy. While the most important is energy, then time, and then money. So if you can lower the risk for your traffic, they are more likely to buy. Now we are just top of the iceberg. How do we do that? We ideally brainwash them to believe that it will work for them 100%. So imagine someone is on your website and you make them believe that they are going to get 5 freelance clients that are worth 5k to them. They will happily pay you 5,000 for your course or program. They would be stupid to say no. That's why it's so important to have a great offer first. If you want my help with that, I can definitely help you with this. Now we've got the offer. However, the problem is that imagine a really, really shady guy telling you to give him 10k and he will give you his Ferrari. He might even be in his Ferrari as he speaks. Do you take that offer? No, I don't know. You're a skeptic, at least very, very much. Like, how would we pull it off? Like, how would we sell a Ferrari for a 10k? We could change how we present the whole offer. The biggest presentation lever you can pull is words, of course, and visual, right? There's pretty much nothing else you can do. We cannot smell yet. Maybe ClickFunnels 3.0 will give you that. But what is the right visual? I'm not talking here about fancy fonts on your website, right? But the right visual is about the proof. How could we prove that they will actually get the Ferrari, right? The Ferrari guy could show us an SMS from a past person that they gave a Ferrari to. After seeing this SMS, this testimony, right? Would you now believe? No. If he showed you FaceTime recording or like he would go on a FaceTime with someone, right? Everyone can write an SMS to themselves, right? But if we see the face, it's already much, much better. The next level of this FaceTime would be from your mom, right? Or someone you trust. Now we are talking, okay? What we've got so far is written testimony goes to video testimony from someone that, people that land on the landing page actually know and trust. We can also have in-person testimony, but overall, if it's from anyone, it's okay. But if it's from somebody you trust, it's much more powerful when it comes to lowering the risk of it not working, right? Of not happening, of lost energy, of lost time. Not necessarily even money, right? If someone offers me like transformational improvement offer, I'm not really caring about the $500 or $1,000 I'm spending. I care more about like if I'm going to spend, 20 hours going through everything and implementing even, right? If it's not going to work, I lost not only the 1k, but I lost so much energy that I could just put somewhere else. You can offer always, money back guarantee anyway, but you never can give time and effort back guarantee. Now look, getting testimonials is art in itself. Your product needs to be freaking amazing. Now we can work some magic on making your product freaking amazing, but let's focus here for a moment, because getting testimonial is okay. Getting video testimonial is another art. For both of them, we need to ask, okay? People are not just going to record you a video, hey, this is a video testimonial for XYZ. First variable is how do we ask for that? Whether you ask in person, in DMs or emails, you always need to focus the whole conversation on what's in it for them. Even if they already got absurd amounts of value from your course, from your program, you need to think about what benefit they will get extra, right, for sending you this testimonial. What I did, for example, is I made an update to our course, let's say mini course. It can be very tiny, but it must sound nice and actually be valuable to your existing clients. I was willing to roll it out in like 2 months from now, but what I did is send an email. If you want to get access now, just click here and record a short video testimonial. And very important, I put a deadline to create urgency, right? And it really drove half of the people near the end of the deadline, right? Because it's so easy to record a video testimonial, but you're just like, it's inconvenience, right? Meaning that we got the next variable, which is recording effort. And we really need to lower it as much as possible. So don't tell them, hey, record a video and upload it as a reply to this email. Figure out a better way. There's software that does it much easier. And then it's also about people in front of the camera. It's not so easy for everyone. To make that easy, we need to tell them to answer 3 to 4 very, very specific questions so your traffic can actually see themselves in your clients. So one of your questions should definitely be, what made them hesitant before buying? Like, oh, I thought this will not work for me, but it did work for me, so. And then the person watching is like, oh yes, this person has the same issue like me and now I can buy from him. After first email that you send to your clients, you don't see anyone, you can up the bar a little bit and, for example, give something extra. It can be something simple like a swipe file that people can just copy and paste. And if you didn't really have anyone, you can give extra one-on-one call for anyone sending in the video. If you don't have any valuables to trade for the testimonial or just want to, automate the process, more important is when you ask for the testimonial. Because when you played a good game, at the end of the game, you said, oh yeah, good game. It's your testimony about the game. And you don't randomly wake up in 2 weeks and remember that game and just say GG, right? Now, when you're selling a self-paced program, it's hard to know when somebody actually finished this or that video, right? That's why you can use some tech to automate and tag people based on how much progress they have throughout the course, for example. That's why it's also so important to give someone very, very quick result at the beginning. It can be small. So if for the first few parts of your Facebook ads course, you're talking about teas you drink and why Auren is the best chair in the world, you would wait for someone to watch the part with like hacks and tricks, right? So they're excited to give you the testimonial. With all this, you can lower the risk and accelerate the sales of an offer that already sells. If you want me to help you map out how we can launch or scale your course, coaching, or digital product to 10, 20, 30K per month, hit me up via the first link in the description. Or if for some reason you don't want to scale to 20K and beyond, at least watch this video you see on your right side.